Hey guys, this is our project over our renewable energy resource. So our group researched solar energy, and the reason that it's considered to be renewable is because it's an infinite source, like the infinite source of heat that comes off from the sun. We are able to transfer that to energy that we can use on a daily basis. So the history is starting out in the 7th century BC era, and it's still continued in today's world. Originally, people used simple stuff like a magnifying glass to center that heat source from the sun and able to produce like fires and stuff from that. And then in 1947, after World War II, solar power became very kind of popular and known in the United States, and it started to become used more often than other things. And then eventually in the 1970s, the Exxon company, they were able to design a new kind of solar panel that costed less money to manufacture, so they were able to produce more efficiently and get more solar panels out there, and people wanted to use them more. And then in 1981, Paul McCready, he was the first person to create a solar panel powered airplane, and he was able to fly from France to England using that solar energy. And that was actually considered to be a huge breakthrough during that time. And as we kind of go through the solar history, and around 2012, we see solar power plants beginning to emerge around the world, and just over time the technology behind capturing solar energy has advanced and brought us to what we know today as our solar panels.
There are 3 different types of classified solar energy. First is photovoltaic. Photovoltaic is a solar energy that uses photovoltaic cells to capture energy from the sun as light and convert it directly into electricity. Here's a short clip explaining photovoltaic energy.
Alright, we all know that the sun's energy creates heat and light, but it can also be converted to make electricity, and lots of it. One technology is called solar photovoltaics, or PV for short. You've probably seen PV panels around for years, but recent advancements have greatly improved their efficiency and electrical output. Enough energy from the sun hits the Earth every hour to power the planet for an entire year. Here's how it works. You see, sunlight is made up of tiny packets of energy called photons. These photons radiate out from the sun, and about 93 million miles later, they collide with a semiconductor on a solar panel here on Earth. It all happens at the speed of light. Take a closer look, and you can see the panel is made up of several individual cells, each with a positive and a negative layer, which create an electric field. It works something like a battery. So, the photons strike the cell, and their energy frees some electrons in the semiconductor material. The electrons create an electric current, which is harnessed by wires connected to the positive and negative sides of the cell. The electricity created is multiplied by the number of cells in each panel, and the number of panels in each solar array. Combined, a solar array can make a lot of electricity for your home or business. This rooftop solar array powers this home, and the array on top of this warehouse creates enough electricity for about 1,000 homes. Okay, there are some obvious advantages to solar PV technology. It produces clean energy, it has no emissions, no moving parts, it doesn't make any noise, and it doesn't need water or fossil fuels to produce power. And it can be located right where the power is needed, in the middle of nowhere, or it can be tied into the power grid. Solar PV is growing fast, and it can play a big role in America's clean energy economy, anywhere the sun shines.
The second classified solar energy is active solar energy. Active solar energy uses a solar collector, which is a solar panel, in order to both heat and cool a building. The last type of solar energy is passive solar energy. Passive solar energy stabilizes indoor temperatures without the need for pumps or other mechanical devices. For example, you can face your house to the south and allow the lights to capture in all the natural sunlight in the winter. You can also add a shade tree to block out unwanted heat. Throughout the United States, we convert the sun into energy we use through solar panels. Solar energy is converted into electricity through solar panels. First, the sun is caught, then the electricity is converted through photovoltaic cells into electricity.
In the United States, solar energy is mainly used throughout the Southwest, but the average daily solar radiation ranges from 3 to 7 kilowatts per hour in parts of the Southwest. The top 3 countries that use solar power are China, Germany, and Japan. Environmental impacts include a decrease in CO2 emissions, and it also generates hot water electricity without producing air pollution, water pollution, or CO2 in the process. The advantages as well as disadvantages that come with using solar energy. One advantage that comes from the use of solar energy is that by producing electricity during peak demand hours, systems can help reduce the overall need and reliance upon fossil fuel powered plants. This, therefore, decreases the overall carbon emissions being released into the atmosphere due to the drastic need of energy in our daily lives. However, a disadvantage with using solar energy includes its overall efficiency. Still, solar energy could be much more efficient than it is now. Manufacturing the photovoltaic solar cells that we use to capture the solar power requires a great deal of both energy and water while using a variety of toxic metals as well as industrial chemicals that can be released into the environment during the manufacturing process.
Solar energy can be improved by finding a way to store the energy for use later on, reducing the initial cost or investment of solar panels, and finding a way to collect the radiation from clouds even when the sun is not shining. New and improved designs that use radiant heating, low temperatures, simplicity, and integral storage can also help improve solar energy. In the future, solar energy could be comparable, but as of now, it does not produce enough energy to power all of our needs. Solar energy cannot effectively take over all of our fossil fuel needs in a way that is completely renewable.